Welcome back, friends. Now, we've seen representation of relationship set with schema. Now, we'll see next point, representing entity sets with composite attributes. We have seen last time how the different attributes of an instructor entity has represented. Simple attributes, composite attributes with original name and different subparts, then single valued attributes, then multi-valued attributes, then derived attributes. All these are represented as you can see in instructor, where all types of attributes representation with their name as shown with notation. So this entire instructor rectangle represents the entity with its different types of attribute representation. Now, composite attributes are created by separate attribute for each component attribute. For example, if name is a composite attribute with its separate attributes are first name, middle name and last name, then we create composite attributes by separate component attributes of each part. So example, given entity set instructor with composite attribute name with component attributes first underscore name and last underscore name and middle underscore name. The schema corresponding to entity set has two attributes, that is name underscore first underscore name and name underscore last underscore name. We are taking this as an example where name will have only two attributes, component attributes, first underscore name and last underscore name. Then schema of the corresponding entity set will have two attributes, name as a composite attribute and its component as name underscore first underscore name and name underscore last underscore name. Now, prefix, that is name, can be omitted, can be removed if there is no ambiguity. It means such kind of another composite attribute is not present, which is unique, it is only one. Then we can omit this prefix, that is name. So it will become name underscore first name to first underscore name if there is no ambiguity between composite attributes. So this is how we can represent composite attribute schema with component attributes, each component attribute of name. Now, for example, there is one more composite attribute, that is street, and street have another component attributes, street number, street name and apartment number, that is street underscore number, street underscore name, apartment underscore name. Then corresponding schema of street composite attribute will become street underscore street underscore number, street underscore street underscore name, street underscore apartment underscore name number. This is how we can represent composite attributes for each component attribute with schema. Now, multi-valued attribute. Now, we can ignore multi-valued attribute and represent instructor schema as below. Why we ignore? Because multi-valued attribute of any entity, the schema for it is separately written. So we are skipping multi-valued attribute of instructor entity and writing entire schema of instructor as below, which is instructor as name of entity and in bracket all the attributes of instructor entity as a schema. ID, comma. Now name is a composite attribute. So we can represent composite attribute name by using component, each component attribute. So that will be, and we are removing the prefix omitting because it is not creating any ambiguity. There is no ambiguity about name. So instructor ID, comma, first name, comma, middle initial, comma, last name, comma, address is divided in street, city, state, and zip. And again, street is divided in street number, street name, apartment number. So, street number, street name, apartment number, comma, city, comma, state, comma, zip, and date of birth. So, we are ignoring multi-valued attribute, and derived attribute is a not part of instructor entity, which is a derived, which is based on some value of existing attribute, and that is date of birth.